Here's my audience.
Oh, I see. I see. There, yes.
There we go. There's 3 people.
I get again on you. Your grandma could be here too.
Right. Alright. So mass shootings in the United States far is no problem, but recently they're becoming more frequent. They're occurring more frequently. Safe to say the gun legislation laws are a problem, so what's the best solution? Hunters obviously can have, their right to own their hunting weapons, even though I'm not a hunter myself. It obviously makes sense that if the hunter wants to own a gun, they can own a gun. As far as people wanting to own guns in their house to feel safer, that's obviously their right too, which I'll get into later. With local shops selling weapons that can shoot multiple times per second, it's obviously easy for a person to get a hold of these guns. So the way that we can stop, these mass shootings happening so frequently is that we can ban the selling of automatic weapons completely. If shops make it easy for a person to get their hands on these weapons, why are we surprised that these shootings are happening just as frequently as they are? If a person wants to go on a mass shooting, the planning of it isn't as difficult as we may think. There's numerous cases where a gun store nearby sells automatic weapons, and the day of the purchase can be the same day that they go on those shootings. Oftentimes shootings are somewhat just based on a person snapping all of a sudden. You hear a lot of times of a couple breaking up and the guy goes crazy and shoots his wife or his kids and defend himself, and just making it harder for this to happen. If you can stop the sale of these guns, at the point of when a person snaps, obviously that can help. I'm not sure if it was a month ago or 2 months ago, but the story in China where the guy went into a classroom with a knife as opposed to a gun, and stabbed a lot of kids in the classroom that day, but he didn't have a gun. None of them got killed, as opposed to the Connecticut shooting, which I'll talk a little bit about later. The Second Amendment of the Constitution basically states that the person can keep and bear their arms. That's not what I'm advocating on taking away, handguns completely, but by allowing the selling of handguns and hunting guns, but taking away the ability for a person to pick up an assault rifle, the day of the shooting they want to go on, can keep the Second Amendment believers happy while, just putting at least a limit to mass shootings. By banning the sale of automatic weapons, they've been much harder to obtain, which in theory should lead to less mass shooting. So what is the need for an automatic weapon, and why are they being sold in the public in the first place? According to a USA Today article published earlier today, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said that no one hunts with an assault rifle. No one needs 10 bullets to shoot a deer, so just end the madness now, which I completely agree with. If a person wants to feel secure in their home and own a gun, they have that right. But I haven't heard of, too many break-ins where dozens of robbers come in and try to steal everything. So, you don't need an assault rifle to shoot everyone that invades your home. A handgun can usually serve its purpose there. People bring up the fact that if all guns aren't banned, crimes regarding firearms will still occur. Obviously that's true, but the extent to which they'll happen will obviously drop. I think that what this can do is just ban assault rifles completely, so it can, at least stop potential mass shootings. It's not going to stop everything, obviously, but it can help. So how can we make a difference and help ban the selling of automatic weapons to the public? Ultimately, it's kind of in the government's hands as far as voting goes. But like I said, today New York is having a vote on whether to have tighter restrictions on firearms or not, and they would be the first states to tighten the restrictions since the Newtown shootings in Connecticut in December. And then New York is also looking into making harsher penalties on firearm-related crimes as well. So again, gun legislation laws are a problem in the United States. There's no place for an assault rifle in everyday life. As of now, it's easy for people to get a hold of these deadly weapons, which is why just banning assault weapons completely can help lessen the chances of a mass shooting. I think everyone can agree that there's a problem as far as gun legislation laws goes. And hopefully by the end of today, New York will be the first of many states to just tighten the grip on the selling of these automatic